This video is at Manu Chandaria's house.
Manu, I see that you have met heroes that I only read about in kindergarten. Can you please tell me about them?
Well, when I went to India to study, at that time Mahatma Gandhi had a project. Then I met President Jomo Kenyatta, I met President Moi, I met President Mwai Kibaki, I met President Uhuru Kenyatta. When I went to South Africa, I was selected to be a trustee of the Pan-African Parliament. During that inauguration, we had the opportunity to see him, meet him. So I told him a joke, and he laughed like a baby. I'd seen President Obama when he came first time, but I didn't see him the second time. Then Mother Teresa. Now, Mother Teresa was very incidental.
There is a big difference in age between you and youth, yet you are so passionate and open to them. Why?
Well, I started doing social work. When I came down I was born in Nairobi, but then I lived between Nairobi and Mombasa for a few years. Then I went away to study, and I was away for almost 10 years. Came back again, Mombasa, then went to Kampala, stayed there for 3 years. Came back again to Mombasa, went to Tanzania, came back again after 4 years. And then I'm in Nairobi. And in Nairobi, I started looking at what good work I can do. And every time that I looked at it, it was not the money that you give. It is the interest that you shared. If I don't have the interest, then no amount of money can do the job. So basically, it was my interest in doing social work, of bringing our people up better.
During the Green Kenya launch, you donated 2 million shillings. Do you think Kenyans are committed to the climate change agenda?
Well, many years back, somebody came down to ask me to make a statement on, at that time we had about, from 10% of forest cover, we became 1.5 or 2%. So they came down to ask me whether I would make a statement. And I said, yes, I'll make a statement. And so I told him that it's our responsibility to make sure that plant survives, the forest live. If the forest is gone, we'll not have rain. And before that, the population is growing and the forest is going down. How does it work?
What's about you?
Okay.
Very good.
Done.
We just planted a tree together. How many trees have you and Chandaria group planted?
Well, I don't know how many trees I've planted, but wherever I made an opening ceremony, where I inaugurate something, there's always a tree plantation. I planted trees in my factories. I made a whole area as a forest in my factories. But normally, I support planting. Not necessarily that I plant, but I support people who plant. I'll encourage children to go and plant in schools, in the colleges, universities, so that they can go and plant.
I have attended several African Union trainings for youth. Do you think Africa's Agenda 2063 is achievable?
Well, we all make agendas, and when the time comes, we find that we're very short of what we were supposed to do. But if you don't have the target, you don't even reach halfway. So this agenda from African Union is a good agenda, but every country, because there are 53 or 54 countries in Africa, unless every country decides, yes, I want to do it, we will do it, then you can do it.
What are your businesses doing to contribute to the global SDGs and the Big Four agenda?
Big Four agenda is something because I'm always worried about our children. Because I support the universities. I sat in the University of Nairobi for council for 25 years. I'm Chancellor of TUK, was Chancellor of TUK. I'm Chancellor of USIU. I'm Chairman of Staregal Center. And I always find that unless we make efforts, nothing's going to happen automatically. And so, be at it.
From your years of enormous experience, what would you tell my age mates and youth?
Well, I think, as I told you, that there are 4 million youths today. Maybe a little more, but 4 million pacing streets of Kenya. Either they're university graduates, they're dropouts from the university, they're secondary school children, they're dropped out from secondary school, and the primary school children who have now become 18 and plus. And we have no possibility of showing anything today. And so, for the youth, I feel that we cannot have a situation where our children sit at home. And you sit at home for 5 years, you become Mr. Nothing.
I have planted over 509 trees.
And what's your target for the year?
My target is to plant 10,000 trees.
How long do you think that this interest will continue with you?
I think for about a long time.
Are you committed?
Yes, I'm very good.
Deeply committed. What made you start?
So when I was 4 years old in kindergarten, we did a project on heroes. So the heroes included Mahatma Gandhi, Manju Wanyoike, Uhuru Kenyatta, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, Florence Nightingale, and Wangari Maathai, and Barack Obama.
How did you get inspired by this?
So Wangari Maathai was a woman who really took care of Karura Forest, and she really was a guardian to Karura because Karura was first
Kenyan to win the Nobel Prize, right? And if you see her, she's humble, she doesn't show up, even having a Nobel Prize. She's so simple. At the end of the day, what is your contribution to this country? This will be your contribution to the country. Because if you don't look after your country and your people, however you go up, there's no value.
Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe the subscribe button and please ring the bell. I hope I get up to 10,000 subscribes and views.